Have you noticed that getting out of a chair takes more effort than it used to? Maybe lifting groceries feels harder, or you're avoiding playing with your grandkids because you're worried about your strength. If you're over 50, you're not imagining it. Research shows we lose between 3 to 8% of our muscle mass each decade after 30. But here's what most people don't know. The food you've been told to eat for muscle might actually be holding you back. I've spent the last 20 years working with older adults who want to maintain their independence and strength. And I kept seeing the same pattern. People eating chicken breast at every meal, doing everything their doctors suggested, but still losing strength year after year. That's when I started digging into the nutrition research. What I found surprised me. There are 8 specific foods that research suggests may be more effective than chicken for supporting muscle health as we age, and I'm going to share every single one with them, backed by actual science. Now, before we dive in, I need to be clear about something. This is educational information, not medical advice. Always talk to your doctor before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. Your individual needs might be different, and that's completely normal. The real question is, why did chicken become the go-to protein food in the first place? Here's the thing. Back in the 1980s, the poultry industry invested heavily in marketing chicken as a health food. It worked. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best option for maintaining muscle as we age. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly which nutrients your muscles need most and which foods deliver them. I'm going to count down from number 8 to number 1, explaining what makes each food special and how it supports your strength goals. Let me ask you something. Have you been struggling to maintain your strength despite eating plenty of protein? Drop a comment and let me know what you've tried. I read every single one. Let's start with number 8, Greek yogurt. Now, I know yogurt might seem like just a breakfast food, but research suggests it has some interesting properties for muscle support. A typical serving of plain Greek yogurt contains around 20 grams of protein, which is comparable to chicken breast. But here's what makes it different. Greek yogurt contains 2 types of protein that your body processes at different speeds. The whey protein in Greek yogurt gets absorbed relatively quickly, while the casein protein digests more slowly over several hours. Some nutrition research indicates this combination may help provide your muscles with amino acids over a longer period compared to chicken alone. Studies have examined this dual protein approach in older adults, and the results suggest potential benefits for muscle maintenance. Greek yogurt is also a good source of leucine, an amino acid that researchers believe plays a role in signaling your body to support muscle protein synthesis. Evidence indicates Greek yogurt provides more leucine per serving than an equivalent amount of chicken. Additionally, Greek yogurt offers calcium, which is important not just for bones, but also for muscle contraction function. Here's something else worth considering. Greek yogurt contains beneficial bacteria that may support digestion and nutrient absorption. Some research suggests these probiotics could help your body make better use of the protein you consume, though more studies are needed to fully understand this effect. When choosing Greek yogurt, look for plain varieties with at least 15 grams of protein per serving. You can add fresh berries for antioxidants and a small amount of honey if you'd like some natural sweetness. Just be mindful of added sugars in flavored varieties, which can add up quickly. Moving to number 7, we have wild-caught salmon. This fish brings something to the table that chicken simply doesn't have: omega-3 fatty acids. A 6-ounce serving of wild salmon provides about 34 grams of protein, similar to chicken. But the omega-3 fats, specifically EPA and DHA, are what sets salmon apart. Research from several universities has examined how omega-3 fatty acids affect muscle health in older adults. Some studies suggest these compounds may help improve the muscle-building response to protein, particularly in people over 50. Scientists believe this could be related to reducing inflammation that can interfere with muscle maintenance. After age 50, your muscles can become less responsive to the normal signals that support growth and repair. This is sometimes called anabolic resistance in the research literature. Evidence indicates that omega-3 fatty acids might help address this challenge, though individual results can vary significantly. Wild salmon also contains astaxanthin, the compound that gives it that pink color. Studies have examined whether astaxanthin might help reduce exercise-related muscle soreness and support recovery. The research is promising but still developing in this area. Salmon provides selenium, a mineral that supports thyroid function and acts as an antioxidant in your body. Your thyroid plays a role in metabolism and energy levels, both of which can affect your ability to maintain muscle mass as you age. When shopping for salmon, wild-caught varieties from Alaska or the Pacific generally contain more omega-3 fats than farm-raised options. Farm-raised salmon can still be nutritious, but the omega-3 content tends to be lower. If fresh salmon isn't in your budget, canned wild salmon is an affordable alternative that provides similar nutritional benefits. If you're finding this information helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps me reach more people who might benefit from this content. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos on health and aging. Number 6 is cottage cheese. This is one of the most overlooked foods for muscle support, especially for people over 50. 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese delivers about 28 grams of protein, which is actually more than a typical chicken breast. But the type of protein matters here. Cottage cheese is primarily casein protein, which your body digests slowly over many hours. Some researchers have studied whether eating casein-rich foods before bed might help prevent muscle breakdown during the overnight fasting period. The theory is that slow-digesting protein could provide your muscles with amino acids throughout the night when you're not eating. Studies have examined nighttime protein consumption in older adults. While results vary, some evidence suggests that consuming slow-digesting protein in the evening may support muscle maintenance, particularly when combined with resistance exercise. However, this is still an active area of research. Cottage cheese also provides calcium and phosphorus, minerals that play roles in muscle contraction and energy production at the cellular level. It's a good source of vitamin B12 as well, which is important for red blood cell formation and nerve function. Many older adults don't get enough B12, especially those who take certain medications that can interfere with absorption. The leucine content in cottage cheese is comparable to Greek yogurt, providing a substantial amount of this key amino acid. Research suggests leucine may help trigger the muscle protein synthesis response, though you need adequate total protein intake as well. One note about cottage cheese: choose full-fat or 2% varieties rather than fat-free versions. The fat helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which play various roles in hormone production and overall health. Don't worry too much about the fat content. Current nutrition science suggests that moderate amounts of dairy fat may not be as problematic as once thought, though you should discuss your individual needs with your doctor. Coming in at number 5, we have lentils. If you're looking for a plant-based option, lentils deserve serious consideration. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides about 18 grams of protein plus a significant amount of fiber. But the real advantage of lentils is their mineral content. Lentils are particularly rich in iron, providing a substantial portion of your daily needs in a single serving. Iron is essential for producing hemoglobin, the protein in your red blood cells that carries oxygen to your muscles and throughout your body. If you're iron deficient, you may experience fatigue and reduced exercise capacity, which can make it harder to maintain muscle mass. Here's something important to understand. The iron in lentils is non-heme iron, which isn't absorbed as efficiently as the heme iron found in meat. However, you can improve absorption by eating lentils with vitamin C-rich foods like tomatoes, bell peppers, or citrus fruits. This simple combination can significantly enhance how much iron your body actually absorbs. Lentils also provide folate, a B vitamin that works with B12 to support new cell production, including muscle cells. They're a good source of magnesium as well, a mineral involved in hundreds of chemical reactions in your body, including muscle contraction and protein synthesis. The fiber in lentils helps stabilize your blood sugar levels, which can be beneficial for maintaining steady energy throughout the day. Stable blood sugar also helps create a more favorable hormonal environment for muscle maintenance. Research suggests that blood sugar spikes and crashes can increase cortisol, a stress hormone that may interfere with muscle preservation when chronically elevated. Studies comparing plant-based and animal-based protein sources have found that when total protein intake is adequate, both can support muscle maintenance in older adults. The key is getting enough total protein and ensuring you're consuming a variety of amino acids throughout the day. Make lentils a complete protein with all essential amino acids. Combine them with rice, quinoa, or whole grain bread. Lentils are incredibly versatile. Add them to soups, make lentil-based burgers, toss them in salads, or use them as a side dish. They're also budget-friendly, which matters when you're trying to eat well on a fixed income. Let me pause here and ask you something. What's your age and where are you watching from? I'm curious about who's in this community. Drop a comment and let me know. I love hearing from viewers all over the country. Moving to number 4, we have whole eggs. And I want to emphasize whole eggs, not just egg whites. This distinction is important based on recent research. 2 whole eggs provide about 12 grams of high-quality protein that your body can use very efficiently. Eggs are considered a complete protein source, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. But here's where it gets interesting. Studies have compared eating whole eggs versus egg whites with the same total protein content. The research suggests that consuming whole eggs may lead to a stronger muscle-building response than egg whites alone, even when the protein amount is identical. Scientists believe this difference comes from the nutrients in the yolk that aren't present in the white. Egg yolks contain choline, a nutrient that many Americans don't get enough of. Choline plays several roles in your body, including maintaining the structure of cell membranes and supporting the communication between nerves and muscles. Some evidence suggests that adequate choline intake may help maintain the nerve-muscle connections that naturally decline with age. Eggs also provide some vitamin D, though not a huge amount. Vitamin D is important for muscle function, and many people over 50 have low vitamin D levels without realizing it. If you're concerned about your vitamin D status, ask your doctor about testing. Supplementation might be recommended depending on your individual levels. The yolks contain lutein and zeaxanthin, compounds primarily known for eye health, but which also act as antioxidants throughout your body. Some research has examined whether these compounds might help reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue, though more studies are needed. 1 whole egg provides about 6% of your daily vitamin D needs and significant amounts of selenium, another mineral that supports thyroid function and acts as an antioxidant. Eggs contain all essential amino acids in ratios that appear to be well utilized by the human body. Long-term studies following older adults have found associations between regular egg consumption and better muscle mass maintenance over time. Of course, association doesn't prove causation, but the pattern is consistent across multiple studies. If possible, choose pasture-raised eggs. Research indicates they may contain more omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin E compared to conventional eggs, though they're more expensive. Regular eggs are still nutritious if pasture-raised isn't in your budget. One important note: if you have high cholesterol or heart disease, talk to your doctor about how many eggs are appropriate for you. Individual recommendations can vary based on your specific health situation. Number 3 is sardines. I know, not everyone loves sardines, but hear me out, because these little fish pack an impressive nutritional profile. A standard can of sardines provides about 23 grams of protein, matching chicken breast. But sardines offer several nutrients that chicken lacks entirely. First, when you eat sardines with the soft bones included, you're getting a substantial amount of calcium and phosphorus. These minerals are important for both bone health and muscle function. Calcium plays a direct role in muscle contraction, and many older adults don't consume enough calcium-rich foods. Sardines are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, providing even more than salmon in some cases. These fats have been studied extensively for their potential effects on inflammation and muscle health. As mentioned earlier, research suggests omega-3s may help improve the muscle-building response to protein in older adults, though individual responses vary. Sardines are one of the few excellent food sources of vitamin D, providing a significant portion of your daily needs in a single serving. This is particularly valuable during winter months when sun exposure is limited and your body produces less vitamin D naturally. They're also extremely rich in vitamin B12, providing far more than your daily requirement in one can. This is beneficial because B12 absorption can decrease with age, and some medications commonly taken by older adults can interfere with B12 uptake. Getting extra B12 from food provides a margin of safety, Sardines contain coenzyme Q10, or CoQ10, a compound that plays a role in energy production within your cells. CoQ10 levels naturally decline with age, and some research has examined whether maintaining adequate levels might support muscle function and reduce fatigue. The evidence is mixed, but potentially promising. Studies have looked at sardine consumption in older adults and found associations with improvements in muscle mass and strength over several months. Again, these were observational studies, so we can't definitively say sardines cause the improvements, but the nutritional profile certainly supports muscle health. If you're new to sardines, start with varieties packed in olive oil, which adds healthy fats and can improve the flavor. Some people mix sardines into pasta, put them on whole grain crackers, or add them to salads. Finding a preparation you enjoy makes it much easier to eat them regularly. Now we're getting to number 2, and this one might be controversial. Beef liver. I'll be honest with you, liver is not for everyone, and that's okay. But from a pure nutritional standpoint, it's remarkably dense in nutrients that support muscle health. 4 ounces of beef liver provides about 24 grams of complete protein. But the protein is almost secondary to the vitamin and mineral content. Liver contains exceptionally high amounts of vitamin A, which plays roles in protein metabolism and supporting the satellite cells that help repair muscle tissue. The iron content in liver is substantial, and it's heme iron, the form your body absorbs most efficiently. For people who are iron deficient or on the lower end of normal, improving iron status can make a noticeable difference in energy levels and exercise capacity. If you suspect you might be iron deficient, ask your doctor about testing before self-treating with diet changes. Liver provides enormous amounts of vitamin B12, far exceeding your daily needs. For older adults with absorption issues or those taking medications like metformin that can lower B12 levels, this concentrated source can be beneficial. Liver is extremely rich in choline, containing more per serving than almost any other commonly available food. As discussed earlier with eggs, choline supports nerve-muscle communication and cell membrane health. Liver also contains CoQ10, copper, zinc, and selenium, minerals that many Americans don't get in optimal amounts from typical diets. Copper is involved in forming connective tissue, zinc supports protein synthesis and immune function, and selenium acts as an antioxidant and supports thyroid health. Here's my honest recommendation with liver. If you're interested in trying it, start small. Mix 1 or 2 ounces of ground liver with ground beef when making burgers or meatloaf. You'll get the nutritional benefits without the strong flavor that many people find off-putting. Even a small amount once or twice a week can contribute meaningful nutrients. If you absolutely can't tolerate liver, you can get many of these nutrients from other sources, though you may need to be more intentional about eating a varied diet, and possibly consider supplements after discussing with your doctor. And now, the number 1 food for muscle support after 50, oysters. 6 medium oysters provide about 16 grams of protein. But oysters are on this list for one primary reason: zinc. Oysters are the most concentrated food source of zinc you can find, providing several times your daily requirement in a single serving. Zinc is involved in hundreds of processes in your body, including protein synthesis at the cellular level. Research indicates that zinc plays a role in testosterone production, and testosterone levels naturally decline with age in both men and women. Some studies have examined zinc supplementation in older adults with low zinc status and found associations with improved testosterone levels and muscle mass. Here's what's important to understand. Zinc deficiency is relatively common, especially in older adults who may not absorb minerals as efficiently as they once did. Signs of low zinc can include slow wound healing, decreased taste or smell sensation, and reduced immune function. If you're experiencing these symptoms, mention them to your doctor. Beyond zinc, oysters provide selenium, vitamin B12, iron, copper, and magnesium. This combination of minerals supports energy production, oxygen transport, and the various chemical reactions involved in building and maintaining muscle tissue. Oysters contain taurine, an amino acid that's been studied for its potential effects on muscle contraction and exercise performance. Research in this area is ongoing, but some evidence suggests taurine might help reduce oxidative stress during exercise. Oysters also provide omega-3 fatty acids, adding to their anti-inflammatory profile. The combination of zinc, omega-3s, and other minerals makes oysters nutritionally unique. Studies examining zinc status and muscle health have found that people with adequate zinc levels tend to maintain muscle mass better than those with low zinc. In research where participants with low zinc levels increased their intake, some studies showed improvements in muscle mass and strength, particularly when combined with resistance exercise. Now, oysters aren't cheap, and they're not everyone's favorite food. If you're willing to try them, eating oysters once or twice a week could help ensure you're getting adequate zinc. Fresh oysters, canned oysters, or even smoked oysters all provide zinc, though fresh tend to have slightly higher amounts. If oysters really aren't for you, other zinc-rich foods include beef, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, though none match oysters' concentration. You might also discuss zinc supplementation with your doctor if you're concerned about your intake. But don't megadose zinc without medical supervision, as too much can interfere with copper absorption and cause other problems. So there you have the 8 foods that research suggests may be more effective than chicken for supporting muscle health after 50. Let me be clear about something. Chicken isn't bad. It's a perfectly good source of lean protein. The point isn't to eliminate chicken from your diet. The point is that relying exclusively on chicken means you're missing out on important nutrients your muscles need. The biggest takeaway here is diversity. No single food provides everything your muscles require. Your body needs protein, yes, but it also needs minerals like zinc, iron, magnesium, and selenium. It needs omega-3 fats, B vitamins, vitamin D, and various other compounds that support muscle function. Here's a practical approach. Try to rotate different protein sources throughout your week, rather than eating the same thing every day. Maybe you have eggs for breakfast a few times a week. Add salmon or sardines to your lunch or dinner 2 or 3 times weekly. Include Greek yogurt or cottage cheese as snacks. Try lentils in soups or as side dishes. If you're adventurous, add some liver or oysters once or twice a week. This variety ensures you're covering your nutritional bases without having to overthink every meal. And remember, food works best when combined with regular physical activity. Resistance training, even with light weights or body weight exercises, sends signals to your body that you need to maintain muscle. The food provides the building blocks, but exercise provides the stimulus. One more important reminder: everyone's nutritional needs are different based on their health status, medications, activity level, and individual goals. What works well for one person might not be appropriate for another. Always consult with your doctor or a registered dietitian before making major dietary changes, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications that might interact with certain foods. If you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to the channel. I create content about health, nutrition, and aging every week, always based on current research and practical application. Leave a comment telling me which of these 8 foods you're most likely to try first, or if there are other nutrition topics you'd like me to cover. Share this video with friends or family members who might benefit from this information. The more people who understand how nutrition affects muscle health as we age, the better we can all maintain our independence and quality of life. Remember, it's never too late to make changes that support your strength and health. Small, consistent improvements in your diet, combined with regular physical activity, can make a meaningful difference in how you feel and function. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.